how do I transform time data in SPARKvue? In this example, I have data for a cart accelerating down a ramp, and I'm showing a graph of its position versus time. I might be inclined to square the values of time in order to try to linearize this graph. However, time holds a special place in SPARKvue that means you can't transform it in the same way you can other measurements. We will transform it in the same place as we do in other measurements though, so let's open up the calculator by going to Experiment Tools, Calculated Data, and I'm going to create a new calculation and call it time squared. Now, if this were a normal measurement, I might be inclined to go to Measurements and select that measurement. And even though time shows up here, it turns out it's not going to work in a calculation like this. However, there is a special function that will allow you to access the time values for any sensor measurements. And that hidden function is called timeof, T-I-M-E-O-F. So I'm going to type the timeof function, and I'm going to take the time of the position measurements from the cart. So for the timeof function, I'm going to insert from measurements the smart cart's position readings, and then I'll square that whole thing. I'll give it units of seconds squared. And once I press done, my calculation is an output of time squared, and it will take all the times of the position values and square each of them and return that data set as something that I can put in the graph. I'll press OK to close the calculator. And now in my graph, I'm going to change the x-axis from time to the time squared calculation, and I can see that it successfully linearizes my data.